What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're going to be back here in Forza Horizon 4 today. It is the beginning of Series 15 in the game, and with that we got a new business story mission that we can do. The Upgrade Heroes business. And you can see here we are sitting in front of it right now. I haven't tried any of these yet. We're going to probably split this up. I'm hoping into 2 pieces. I don't want to stretch this out into too many videos. It's only 10 missions. I'm not going to give these a bunch of runs through, either try to 3-star them first try. I'm just going to try to get through them so you guys can see what all we have to do, what vehicles we get to drive, that sort of thing. And is it going to come up here for me to start the mission? Hello? There it is. Really not sure why that was not popping up for me. That was really weird.
Set up shop here doing custom upgrades. He's calling it Upgrade Heroes, and he needs a business partner who can really drive. But don't tell him I said that. You in?
Of course we're in.
I'll let Alex know. He's been waiting to hear if you wanted the business.
Hey, great to see you. Look, I've got a bit of a business idea here. There's loads of cars around here that have real potential. I call them Upgrade Heroes. You go get the car, we do the magic, then show everyone what an Upgrade Hero can do. Sounds good? Good. Oh, and you get to drive the courtesy car. You ready for this? We're going to teach the whole of Horizon that with a wee bit of an upgrade,
Probably should have threw it on streamer mode before I started this. I did not think about how the missions just throw music on every time. So I'm really not sure exactly how difficult these are going to be to get 3 stars on. And truth be told, I was a little disappointed, honestly, when I was watching the live stream of this business, because it just seems like they're rehashing what we've already done and just putting a slightly different spin on it.
Very first pickup. Are you nervous? Me?
Car's hiding behind the bushes right now.
5'10", not bad. Japanese engineering, European styling. Best of both worlds, really. Got us a good one to start. A Datsun. A client says it was the first car they ever owned and they always dreamed of winning races in it. Or at least, you know, being able to overtake something. Bring it back, but try not to smash it up. Remember.
There we go. I shouldn't have to worry about streamer mode anymore now. You know what? I think I got it enough to be able to run just right down here. I don't think I really need to go around. I'm not going to be able to do that much damage just going through a couple walls, I don't think. Especially not with how close we are. Like I said, I want to try to get through these as quick as I can. Hopefully 3-star, at least most of them first try. I guess we'll just have to kind of see how that actually goes. Thank you for turning directly in front of me, Volkswagen. Just about maxed my damage out.
Excellent. I'll get the team to work. It's ready. You ready? Oh, I'm ready. Ta-da! What do you think? We've gone lower, wider, faster. Twin turbo inline 6 under the hood producing 337 horsepower. Oh, and there's that nonsense we're strapped to the front too.
This is not nonsense.
Time to show it off. How about you take it into Edinburgh? And feel free to, you know, open it up on the way.
Hopefully we can get there in time to get 3 stars. Really don't want to have to go back through and redo too many of these. Oh, do we not have to worry about damage on the trip back? I'm kind of wondering now if I should have just cut across off-road, but we'll go the long way. That was really close. This is definitely a very, very weirdly balanced feeling car here on the wheel, the way they upgraded this thing. That's the big issue I have with a lot of the stories and business missions, is the cars they give you are not set up very well for people that are playing on a wheel. Now, there's no way I'm going to make it. I definitely probably should have cut across.
Instructions to be as loud and fast and conspicuous as possible as we go through the city. I think our client might have friends here.
Oh, I might actually make it. Come on. Come on. 5, 3. Oh, wait, I still got 4 seconds. Okay. Woo. My count was way off there. Just don't pay any attention to me.
I have a feeling we won't need to wait too long for another one.
That was a lot closer than I would have liked it to be, though, for our first mission. And this is the part I was really unhappy about this story, is every reward we get from what it looks like is already cars we have in the game that are not hard to get in the first place. So you're basically literally just doing this to be able to get the business to make more money. I really don't think any of the reward cars or anything are actually going to be worth it. I remember this one from the live stream. I don't think this one should be too terrible. It might be a little bit difficult though.
Hello again. Remember when I said we'd have clients lining up in no time? Well, we've got clients lining up. So it's go time. The client is an old Audi to just putter around town in, but they've always wanted to go off-road. This is one after my own heart. Let's help them out.
Turn around. It is safe to do so.
Normally would not go with the off-road routes for a lot of these missions to get to the destination, but like I said, I want to keep this Let's Play down to as few videos as possible so I can actually cover some of the other new vehicles and stuff we got in the game and not spend all my time the next couple days just playing Forza trying to get everything knocked out, because we do actually need to do quite a bit more to get your completion bonuses, and the rosin is on the Playground Games, which I always have the worst trouble getting on a decent team to actually knock out.
Wait there. It'll be along in a minute. It's a Sport Quattro. An 83, I think. See, they stripped all the fun stuff out and sold a few of them as production cars, which is where this one must have come from. So it turns out the client doesn't just want to go off-road. They want to go off-road. Group B style.
Sorry, Alex, but there should be no thinking on what year this thing is, considering this was already a barn find vehicle. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I don't know how much footage I'm going to be losing there, but my Elgato messed up on me and I had to restart it. So I'm sure some of that footage is corrupted and gone, so I'll do my best to edit it together for you guys so you don't miss too much of what was said, but it's not really much you're missing out on, to be honest. I'm honestly just glad that I found out that it was messing up on me before I got too far into these missions, because I would have been really, really salty to play through them and then have to go back and refilm the entire thing. Oh, and as far as damage goes, I'm driving the cars back. Does not seem to affect them, at least so far. Oh, there's a rock right there hiding behind that. You know what? This might be a bad idea, but we're gonna give it a shot. I cannot believe I made it off that in one piece. Oh no. Come on, land, wheels down, wheels down. Yes! Talk about a shortcut.
Brilliant. Client couldn't be happier. Oh, one more thing. We're putting all of these in the auto show with the specs and modifications listed for all to see. Be your own upgrade hero. Got a ring to it, don't you think?
Okay guys, well, I'm in here real quick. I just wanted to double check and make sure it was just the Audi Quattro that I got as a reward for that. As you can see, pretty much every single vehicle that we are able to get from doing this business is basically trash if you played the game for any amount of time. That's really, really disappointing. I was hoping we'd at least get one decent vehicle or a new vehicle or something that's actually hard to get even.
Guess what? Our upgrade hero home kits have been flying off the shelves at the auto show. I figured you should get a royalty. After all, it's your driving that sells them. Next client says they're already packing some serious American muscle, but they want to see if we can beef it up at all. Off you go.
Yeah, after looking through the rewards and seeing what we actually get, I'm even more disappointed than I was. I thought we were going to get a little better vehicles than what we are for the most part. But the missions seem to be pretty fun so far. It's something new, if nothing else. I mean, you can't complain too much, honestly, at this point, I don't think. Not with how long the game's been out, and they're still giving us new content like this to play.
You're there for the pickup? Good. Let's see what we've got. Whoa! El Camino Super Sport 454. 454 cubic inches of engine. What on earth did it want us to do with... Alright then. Challenge accepted, my friend. Try not to damage it, and try not to flog it too hard. Yet.
I don't think I've ever actually drove this car stock. It's definitely got an insane amount of body roll. This thing pitches really hard when you get on the throttle in the corners. Little four-wheel drive slider on there. I'm not saying this thing is four-wheel drive or anything. It's obviously rear-wheel drive, but I was just doing like a four-wheel slide, literally, where I was understeering the front tires and forcing the rear tires out.
I'll get the team to work.
Okay, this is definitely the second try, guys. This is not try number 3. I did not go off the road at the very end and miss by 0.2 of a second. After driving this thing a little bit easier to drive and predict what it's going to do, it's gotta really focus on controlling the throttle. Oh no, oh, we're not redoing this, we're rewinding. You gotta really focus on the throttle and how much power you're giving it into corners, because there's just no weight in the back of this thing, and like they said, they put over 1,000 horsepower in it, so it gets real slide happy in the rear end. The front end still has a tendency to want to understeer though too. Uh-oh. Which I don't really understand what the deal is with that. It could possibly... Alright guys, before we jump into this next mission, I just want to explain what's going on because the footage just got messed up at the very end of that last one again. And apologize for it. I'm going to do my best to edit this all together and get it to look decent. Luckily, it's happened at the end of missions every time for me so far. I don't know what the deal has been with my Elgato or my computer, whichever the problem is. Some days it'll record fine at whatever setting I normally would use for quality, Other days, it just constantly gives me errors and starts messing up while it's recording. I'm doing my best to try to figure out what exactly is causing it, and so far I have nothing, because some days I can record at max quality, it's perfectly fine for a half hour at a time or longer. Other days I'm lucky to get 10 minutes on like half of the maximum before it starts glitching out. Anyways guys, I just wanted to explain that a little bit and apologize. It's just really frustrating it keeps doing this. It's starting to really get on my nerves and be aggravating, especially doing videos like this where I'm trying to film story missions and I can't just redo it without having to miss my first reaction to what we're doing.
Next client actually, Rob Glenn, runs Drift Club here at the festival. Anyway, says he's got a Mazda we can look at. And I think I know what he wants done with it.
Oh, an RX-7 drift car, huh? I did turn my quality on my Elgato down just a little bit more. It's really well under where I normally would try to record at in terms of quality, so I'm hoping it comes out looking decent for you guys in the end. I really don't know what else to do to get it to work properly and not screw up on me anymore.
Turn sharp left.
Whoa. Probably shouldn't have whipped it that hard. This one's actually a little ways away from our business site. This Renault is extremely fun to drive, to be completely honest. This is probably more entertaining to drive this than any of the actual cars we're supposed to be doing our upgrades on here in the story.
Turn left. Turn left.
I love a reverse entry into the drift club. What is happening? My car was spazzing out on the pole.
Bingo, RX-7. Totally reliable and maybe the best drift platform.
Totally reliable, talking about an RX-7 with a rotary in it.
If it's a Mazda I think it is, and he wants what I think he wants.
Don't get me wrong, I love RX-7s, I love rotary powered vehicles. Stock rotaries are not the most reliable thing in the world.
Try to keep the back end on the road, eh?
I don't think that's going to be too hard with how slow this thing feels.
200 yards. Turn right. Turn right.
Or maybe I can drift at stock. Honestly, a little surprised I was able to keep those rear tires spinning with how little power this thing feels like it has. I was gonna say, our shift point's gotta be up in that red line somewhere. It just seems like it bogs down too much when I was shifting right when we hit the red area. See if I can weight transfer. Oh, that was a bad idea. Bad idea.
Turn sharp
I somehow avoided taking much damage on, but that was really close. Probably should not try that kind of stuff anymore.
Turn sharp
It'd be horrible if they counted tire damage as damage to your car in these missions, because I would be racking up some damage pretty quickly in this thing.
200 yards. Turn right. Turn right.
Not enough, or not quite enough power for what I was trying to do on that one.
After that, I'll get the team started. Right, are you ready to see Rob Glenn's new toy? It's a wide body drift conversion. Seriously, you and Rob are going to be the envy of everyone at Horizon Drift Club.
Oh, it's on race
Let's
tires?
take it down to Edinburgh, shall we? I've heard they have street corners there.
I already know what they're gonna want. They want me to take it and... Oh, I do not like having race tires on cars in this game for drifting. This is probably going to be the one that makes me battle the most to be able to get 3 stars on. I do not drift race tires in this game. They feel way too grippy, and I do not like the way the cars react on them. Should have been in 3rd. The gearing doesn't feel right either. It also feels like they hardly added any power at all to this thing. Like, it doesn't even pick up speed very quickly still. I don't understand what exactly they did other than put race tires and wide body on it.
Take the first exit.
Oh! See, like, it's just not enough power for race tires to get the rear end out in this thing, really. I don't even think this has an upgraded flywheel or anything on it. It feels like this is still the stock flywheel even.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Like, I can barely get this car to slide at all.
At 400 yards, turn sharp left.
Yeah, it just has no power. If I actually have to drift this thing around for skill score, I'm gonna be so salty.
Turn sharp left.
It stalled out because it has so much grip and so little power, I could not get the tires spinning again.
Ah, lovely view from the castle, isn't it? Enjoy. It's about to get a lot quicker and more sideways. I've set you a route around the city. Should get those drift clubbers talking. Now the trick is not to stomp the throttle too hard. You have to feather it into the turn. Just my opinion. Ask Rob if you want the full lecture.
Oh, believe me, I know how to drift, and unless you gave this car more power, this is gonna be ridiculous.
Back end go.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Oh, too soon. See, that's what I mean. This car is so slow.
In 200 yards, turn right.
Aye, that's it. Keep going.
Like, these are tiny, tiny corners. There's no reason I should have this much trouble getting this car sideways. This is the worst drift car I have ever drove in this game. And I thought some of the actual drift club drift cars were bad. This thing is absolutely horrible.
Turn left.
Look at you go. Who needs traction, eh?
Who needs traction? That's all this car has is traction.
Settle down. Takes some people a long time to master this, you know. Stop making it look so easy.
I definitely was making it look easy with how many times I slid straight off into walls because I could not get this car to do what I wanted to.
Next time Rob's laying corners me.
It was easy to get 3 stars on, I will say that, but
Tell them to call
that
me.
is the worst drift car I've ever drove in this game. Whoever was in charge of putting the upgrades on this RX-7 for this one, you failed. You failed miserably. The car doesn't drift really. It more handbrakes in, and then you struggle to get the back tires to actually spin up and do anything. I have not been keeping track here of how many missions we've actually done, so let's go over here, take a quick look. Oops. Okay, that's what I thought. We'll go ahead and do one more here. Especially with how much issues my Elgato has been giving me. I'm gonna go ahead and do one extra video this week. I'm gonna upload Saturday to get this video, or this series completed on this. That way I'm not waiting around till next week to try to get it done.
Good, you're here. Our next client fancies themselves a bit of a drag racer, but they never had the time or skill to put in the work under the hood. That's where you and I and the upgrade heroes come in.
Okay, now that I have my gloves on, it always feels really weird to me playing this game or any racing game here in my sim without gloves, and it's a little hard to let the wheels slip through your fingers when you're not wearing gloves either. It's doable, but I really don't enjoy the blisters that come along with it. I honestly feel like Alex's Renault here would be a little better of a drift car than that RX-7 was. Whoa! And I say that and go into the side of a bus. Go straight.
Up a Chevy. You see it anywhere? Look at that. 57 Chevy Bel Air. Oh, it is a thing of beauty. Do we have to drag race? Can't we just cruise in it for a bit?
I gotta say, I kinda gotta agree with Alex. As much as I do like the drag cars people have built out of these, this is the kind of car that at most you should turn into a street machine and just do some minor upgrades to it. Now, on the other hand, if you're going to get a fiberglass body or one of the reproduction bodies they make for these things now, by all means, turn into a full-blown drag car. I gotta say, this is the first time I've actually drove the 57 Chevy here in Horizon 4, and it's pretty much exactly what I was expecting, to be honest. Oh, that's so much understeer. This thing does not like to turn. The plus side is the car is so slow that when we run into stuff, it really doesn't take on much damage. Come on. I know we're on a hill, but you can do it. Oh, stay away from the bridge. Really should not have pushed it into that corner that hard. I did not realize we were coming up on the bridge. Oh yeah, this is a 2-speed power glide. Forgot about that. Oh, yeah, this thing really slides once you get it to start moving.
Right, let's get the team to work here. They're all finished. Prepare to feast your eyes and your ears. We lowered the ride and put in a 7-litre supercharged engine. This thing will destroy just about anything off the line, and it'll look gorgeous doing it.
How does the blower scoop on this have... Why is the spare tire on the back?
More or less straight.
Who is in charge of putting these car builds together? I'd really like to know how the throttle blades on the blower scoop are all black on this. I'm pretty sure every vehicle I've ever looked at them on in this game, they're always red. This thing is insanely fast now, though. Oh look, this thing would have made a better drift car than the RX-7 did too.
At the roundabout, take the first next exit.
Ah. Need to aim a little more to the right, I think, to get through there. Nope. Okay, we're just gonna go around. I'm not on a time limit anyways. I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure out where I need to go through the trees. Whoa ho ho!
You should be coming into Edinburgh now. And there was something else I had to remind you about. Something I forgot. Oh, aye, mind the trap. Speed trap dead ahead. Put your foot
Come
down
on.
and smile.
185, that's gotta be 3 stars.
Turn sharp right.
Another satisfied client. They can't wait to have a go on this thing. Just, if you see them around the festival anywhere,
Come on.
maybe stop for
There we
some
go.
lights. Whatever you do, don't rev your engine at them.
That is the most horrible looking build for this car they could have done, just about. Well guys, that will be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this one, especially with the struggles I was having filming it with my Elgato and how I was wanting to act up. I've really got to try to figure out a way to upgrade my computer and get something new, because I really feel like it's just getting wore out, and that's what a lot of my problems are. I can't upgrade it any further than it already is as far as RAM or anything, so I'm kind of stuck where I'm at. But once again guys, we will be finishing these missions off tomorrow sometime. Not sure exactly when I'm going to get a chance to finish it, because it is my daughter's birthday. We're having her party tomorrow, so I'm going to be pretty tied up, but I will get it filmed at some point. As you guys saw, it really does not take long at all to get these missions knocked out, especially to get 3 stars on them. I'm almost 100% positive this is probably the easiest story missions or business missions I have done in this entire game by a long shot, like not even close. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video today, don't forget to hit the like button down below, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.